Ooh. It's like waves, small, sensitive waves. Hello everyone, today we have Cheryl with us. Cheryl is the principal consultant of Orchard Clinic. So I've been coming to Orchard Clinic for a couple of sessions now, about 3 to 4 sessions, and I see tremendous results which really help. So today we have Cheryl with us to actually share with me, share with every one of y'all how did this journey started and how this journey actually has such good results. For me, I really had very bad the peeing issue. Whenever I laugh and then whenever I go for, I jump on the trampoline, even when I take Jonas to Buds, the indoor playground, and then when I jump together with him, I start the leak pee, and this is something that is really worrying. Maybe you'd like to share with everyone what is the initial...
Yeah, the initial assessment. I mean, first I would like to just also share with everyone that actually this is very common and it's nothing to be really embarrassed about. I think a lot of people shy away or they hide away from it, and then they kind of feel embarrassed lah. A lot of people say, most of the time it's the smell that people can smell lah, when it's urine. So it's very, very common, but actually it can be treated and you don't really need to go for surgery. So what happens, for example, when you came in, right, for assessment, we actually do a full postpartum check. Okay. So the full postpartum check includes the common conditions, which is what you have, incontinence, which is pelvic floor weakness, and also for diastasis recti, that is where the abdominal muscles actually separate. So we do a full check, and we also check for vaginal laxity. That's when there is, especially with natural birth, it becomes your vagina becomes a little bit looser. Yeah. So we do a full check, and then what we would also then advise then is to really, like what you say, right? Although you close shop already, then you close shop already maybe
temporarily.
maybe. Yeah, a lot of people also say, should I close shop then come? But actually, it's good to strengthen as soon as possible. Okay. So that was actually I'm just pulling out your data, right? So when you first came in,
I remember the incontinence was very weak.
Correct. We checked for your pelvic floor strength and the resistance. So on a scale, it's actually quite weak. At that point of time, it was 0.5 out of 5, which is quite weak in terms of your strength.
E8 really.
Maybe F9. Okay, E8 maybe. But I mean, it's common, especially with recent birth. Okay. And then also you had a diastasis recti of 4.2 cm, which is also quite wide. So that's the separation, the width.
4.2 is like that.
About like that lah, yeah. So
does the DR causes the weaken pelvic floor?
Yeah, actually it often connected. So actually we always like to educate people about the pelvic floor. Okay. Then imagine when you were pregnant, this is carrying all the weight and the pressure also. So when you have weak pelvic floor, very often you have a weak abdominal muscle too. So to answer your question, yes, it often occurs together, a DR and incontinence lah.
So the DR also causes the incontinence?
Correct, yeah, very often so lah.
Okay. Alright, great. So how bad was my situation? 0.5 to...
0.5 out of 5 is bad because what we consider like a normal well-toned pelvic floor is 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay. And then for DR?
For DR, 4.2 cm, yours is not very severe. We see a very wide range of cases. So we see from as mild as 2.7 cm, which is like the 50 out of 100 mark lah. Basically, it's a passing mark. To up to 9 cm.
9 cm.
Yeah.
Then can 9 cm still be treated?
Can, but not all lah, to be honest. So we will have to assess. Yeah. Okay. So to be honest, there are some cases that we actually don't take on also because when it becomes too severe, maybe there is also a hernia, or maybe it's just been left alone for too long, and maybe the treatments here might not be so suitable anymore. Okay. So yours would be maybe not mild, but also not super severe lah, somewhere in between. Yeah.
Okay. So Cheryl, I've gathered a few questions from my followers to ask you. I think mainly people are quite, I shared my journey in Orchard Clinic with my followers, and a lot of them are actually curious, but a lot of them are fellow mummies as well. So
not too difficult, right? The question.
okay. We will see. I will ask you, and then you can choose to reject the question.
No, I'll take the questions.
Okay, so can I self-check for diastasis recti?
Yes. Actually, you can. And actually, we have a video also to show you how. It's on our website. But basically, what you want to feel is you can flex your muscles and come up. So imagine I'm lying down. I come up like a mini crunch.
Okay.
So I lift my head and my shoulders up, right? And then you place your fingers at your... Yeah. So this is your linear alba, which is
the line when turn leg when you're pregnant, right?
Yes, exactly. You can follow that line actually. Follow that line. Then you put your fingers here.
Okay.
If you feel like maybe 2 fingers or 3 fingers or more can actually be inserted in, right? And you can feel the left and right of your abdominal muscles. Then that's when the muscles have separated.
So when you do it yourself, you count by fingers.
Yeah, because maybe a bit hard to measure using a ruler. So 2 fingers and above is what we would probably say
get treated.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, some people recover by themselves. So it's actually possible that
after years.
Not after years, but the self-resolution. Not this one actually like here, right? Because basically when you're pregnant, your joints, your muscles, ligaments, everything come loose, right? To allow the baby to grow. So like a rubber band, it will expand. Okay. Then after you deliver, right, it should go back to its original shape, and the body takes a while to recover. So we recommend like waiting 8 weeks after you deliver, because your body during that time may actually go back and you may not have a DR.
So how many sessions would one need, like to sit on the chair for the incontinence problem to go away?
Yeah. A lot of people like to ask how many sessions do I need?
Because to a lot of my followers, they call it the magic chair. You just sit there because to be honest, you do Kegels yourself, right? How do you do 11,000?
No, you can't. Yeah. So I think number one is you can't do so many. How are you going to do so many? You do 10 already, you're quite tired, right? And also sometimes you don't do it correctly. You're using more your abs or your glutes because it's naturally easier to use that. How many sessions depends on the individual, to be honest. Because incontinence also you have very mild to very severe cases.
Okay. So mine is a F9.
Yours is
so I have to do more sessions.
Yeah, I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
So
it depends on
it depends on the individual. So we would always customize it accordingly.
Okay, so that one you cannot check, right? Only you can check, right?
The team here at Orchard Clinic will be able to check lah. But roughly, it can range from as little to 6 and to 8 or up to like 30, 40. It's a very wide range depending on like how severe.
So it depends on like how bad the situation is, like you need how many sessions. Okay, so if I plan to have one more kid, let's say for example, never close shop lah. So do I still get it treated, or I wait till I'm done and then we just do it one shot? So what do you advise?
We always advise treating it sooner rather than later. So before your next pregnancy, for 2 reasons. One is because when you get pregnant again, it will worsen definitely, because let's say you already have a DR, you already have incontinence, you're going to add on more weight, more pressure onto these muscles. Number 2 is that it will actually better support your next pregnancy, because with stronger, say, pelvic floor muscles and stronger abdominal muscles, you will be able to actually have a better, stronger pregnancy for the next one.
Like say for example, I have one more kid, then it will worsen the condition again. I have to come back again.
At least maybe you treat yourself halfway, you strengthen yourself to a certain point. We do have mummies, like midway through treatment, right, they get pregnant. Then they just pause the treatment, then they come back again after they deliver the next one.
So another question is, do you like lose weight from these treatments that help you take away the stretch marks? Because I think one of the treatment actually helps to burn a bit of your
the fat.
Superficial fat, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's the details.
Yeah, so actually we just want to be very clear also that it's not going to be, like for weight loss, this is not our main focus when we let's say we want to come for treatments here at Orchard Clinic. The main goal is not really weight loss, but it happens to be a side effect that happens with the treatments here. We are building up the muscles, building up the strength, and muscles burn fat more efficiently. So therefore, but what you'll find is that you're more toned, you're able to go back to exercise. I think what is very encouraging also for a lot of mummies is that because when they heal their DR, they can then return back to exercises. Because with a DR example, you can't do some
skipping rope.
Yeah, then like for instance, you were doing
Bounce
trampoline,
class,
right? Yeah, so you actually don't want to do it anymore because you can't do it.
So it's the confidence.
It's the confidence. Correct. Then a lot of mummies feel that I'm stronger now, I can go back to my exercises. And then they change their whole lifestyle, and then as a result, they actually get a better lifestyle, lose a bit of weight.
Okay, so last question, what is the price range like, and then is there like free consultation if they just want to come in and check?
Consultation is 150 before GST, and there's an online prepayment that is 120 before GST. So that is not that we don't have free consultations because we do a full check and a full assessment.
So it's like a body check like that. It's like you need to know, like it's so specialized. It's specialized like for mummies who has given birth, and it's good to just check to know where you are even if you're not interested in the consultations.
Yeah. So what we do during the consult is we assess whether or not you need treatment and whether or not treatment is suitable for you. So in some cases, actually we tell them like, actually you don't need treatment, you're fine, and then they'll be like, okay, at least I know. And then they go home, they feel a bit more assured but let's say if they do need treatment, then it will range depending on the condition. It ranges per treatment from like 200 plus to 450 per treatment. It depends on like what you need basically. So we will customize that for each and every one basically.
So it ranges from a few hundred to whatever amount you will need.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so what I want you to do is breathe in, breathe out, and lift your head and shoulders up. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Do the treatments after the treatment, you drink a lot of water. It helps you to like remove the fat. Conditioning. Very soon you start to feel tapping sensation from the chair.
Okay.
I just need you to adjust yourself such that you feel the tapping is at the perineum, which is the area between the vagina and the anus. Okay. When you're ready to begin, let me know and then I'll start the treatment.
Really, huh?
Generally, we recommend to at least have a 3 or 4 days interval in your treatments.
Ooh. It's like waves, small sensitive waves. Does it make you want to?
It actually encourages stimulation and circulation, but it helps you hold back your breathing. That's what you want.
So how do you feel?
It's like somebody knocking at your vagina. Actually, you can feel it's like when somebody knock there, it's so sensitive, right? You will just feel, and then I guess knowingly you will be kind of activate the muscles. Okay, so this treatment I'm about to do is the Shockwave Therapy. So it helps to like break down the fats, regenerate cells, and lighten the stretch mark. So it's one of my favorite. Later you'll see like a lot of construction work on my tummy. Yes, we do. It's my first time trying this treatment called
It's called Exalis. It's radio frequency and ultrasound.
ultrasound and radio frequency. So it's the end of my treatment today. I actually did all four, which is like my longest stay here. Did anybody do all four?
Yeah, we do have people, especially when they're on maternity leave, they have a lot of time.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Cheryl, for having me. And I'm so impressed with like the treatments that it helps to like close up my gap so quickly. So I strongly encourage you to come for a consultation and actually find out more about yourself. Yeah, thank you so much. See you.